Did you know Aquarius as a sun sign is actually astrologically considered a bad position or a harsh position? There are technically no bad or good, everything is very gray space. But Aquarius is the polar opposite sign to Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. So naturally, when Aquarius, the humanitarian, the let's focus on everyone but myself sign, enters the sun that forces you to express yourself and shed light on yourself, Aquarius is very confused and uncomfortable in this position. People make fun of Aquarius sun signs for being very unique and awkward and very UFO alien aesthetic because they're just so out of this world, strange, unusual beings. But really, they're just nervous and don't know how to handle social situations as easily as perhaps an Aries or a Leo sun would, astrologically speaking. Aquarius suns might have grown up feeling like a lot of attention was placed on other things, or that it was more important to focus on their family or people around them instead of themselves. Aquarius must learn to put themselves first sometimes and validate their own needs.
And I am choosing to ignore this verdict.
What? You can't ignore the verdict?
What verdict? See, this is me ignoring the verdict. First of all, I'm an American. I don't have to understand anything. Thank you, guys. I will never be able to repay you for the kindness you've shown me in here. Besties for life, I say.
Oberlin, you mailed her poster.
Later, losers. Yes, okay, I burned her slightly, but stop saying that I killed her. Looks like the bitch apple doesn't fall far from the bitch tree.
Chanel Oberlin?
Who wears a neck brace like that in 2015? You know, who are you, Forrest Gump?
Excuse me, Miss Oberlin. Are you cheating?
God, no. Kaisi is my Asian. Her one's a Chanel number 4, but she got meningitis. She was like, I'm sick, I have to go home. And I was like, no, stay. But she went home anyway, and then she died. So another thing I was right about. Where did you find that? I don't know, the internet. I just Googled blood oath, and this is what came up. Thank you for making that announcement that no one cared about. Now.
As well as allegations of bestiality.
No one forced that goat to get as drunk as it got. That's on him. I offer the following heartfelt sentiment. You can all suck it!
If there's a serial killer living next door to you, though, and you know that person is, killing people, would you be a snitch if you called police and told them?
If I knew the serial killer was living next door to me?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call and tell anybody on him, but I'll probably move. Like, I'm not going to be around because I don't need to be living around serial killers, but I'm not going to call and be like, put the signs up like, yo, the serial killer's in 4E.
It's not your responsibility.
Exactly.
Is there any situation where you think it's okay to talk to the police?
Yeah, definitely. Say hello, how you feel, everything all right, period. What happened was they told me to give up the car, and I looked at him like he was stupid, pulled off, and then he started shooting.
As Cameron...
And me, I'm fine, I'm excellent, man, it was great.
He's fine now.
I felt disrespected because nobody's going to take a $250,000 car from me, let alone a 5-cent piece of chewing gum.
You know what's really wrong with me? And I can admit this about myself. And I don't know if it's the Aquarius thing. It's Aquarius season. But I'm just really, really laid back, and it's not a lot that's going to get me riled up. And you could do anything that you might feel like is going to piss me off. And you're going to be the one yelling, and I'm going to be the one that's like, oh, man, sorry you feel that way.
That probably drives a man more
And I'm not
crazy.
trying to do that. Like, I just don't care to argue. I don't want to go back and forth. Like, and I'm not the type of person that's going to blow that phone up. So, like, I don't know. Sometimes I can be pretty passive. Like, and then if I see something that pissed me off that you did, maybe I'm not even gonna say nothing about it. Maybe I'm like, well, fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't explain why I'm saying fuck you. I'm not talking. But that's me though. Like, I will keep it to myself, but I'm gonna remember you pissed me off, and I'm not gonna let you piss me off again. Like, so now I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna head out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's me. Being a hot girl is just basically you doing you, not giving a fuck what nobody think about it. You still gotta be positive. You gotta spread that positivity. You gotta be nice. You can't be out here just being a fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just being a good person, just having a good ass time, like just being unapologetically you.
Yeah.
Like, so that's all you gotta do to be hot.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
The funniest zodiac sign, in my opinion, Aquarius. And this is why, because Aquarius, they're a water sign. They're not a water sign. They are an air sign that carries water. They're a water bearer, so they're able to communicate. That's what air typically does with, is communication. And then water typically deals with emotions. So they're able to communicate emotions effectively better than any other sign. They're fucking hilarious. They take things that are so mundane, so normal, and just like pump so much life into them. They're also the type of people that like, they'll literally cry over anything and feel no shame or no guilt about it, because why feel shameful or guilty about that? If you're crying, baby, you're crying. So they laugh at everything. They cry at everything. They just like ride the highs and the lows of life. They're the best people to have as friends because they're ride or dies. They like support you. They hype you up. They're there for you. And then they're always, always, always going to make you laugh. And they're always going to make you feel like you're top of the world. I love them.
I have a moral claustrophobia about being told what to do, but it has to be voluntary. I can't be ordered around. But being ordered to do things suggests a level of disrespect. I just can't deal with it at all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think I don't know, but I know, ho. I know more than you think. I know more than you can calculate. I know more than a fraction of what your brain can even perceive. You'll never know what I know, but just know that I know. And if you play with me, that will be the last time you...
In a room full of people who are all talking shit about you, there'll be the one person to stand up and be like, actually, she's a great person. First, Aquariuses are the most judgmental, mean, cold people that you have ever met. But at their best, they are like the most loyal friend. Like, I don't know, they're cool. Like, they're accepting of the fact that not everyone is like them or no one's the same. And instead of that, like, judgmental, like, no, you're not the same as me, they're like, no one's the same. And that's beautiful. Like, Aquariuses unhealed are totally like, I'm uncomfortable with crying. I don't do hugs. And like, they get grossed out by how other people process emotions. Like, why are you not intellectualizing everything? Whereas healed Aquariuses are like, of course you're not intellectualizing everything because you're not like me. No one is. And that's okay. And I love your emotions for what they are.
It could be 100 people telling me no, and I'm gonna figure out a way to get 100 yeses. Like, and even if you keep telling me no, I don't give a damn. I'm saying yes to myself.
I can't believe you would do that. That was.
I am who I am. People know who I am. And that's a beautiful thing. The person I am is beautiful because you don't never have to guess. People like me are a blessing. You don't ever have to guess. And so much of this life is people not wanting to deal with the real and just hiding in the shadows. And instead of honoring, honor is a strong word, but instead of, regarding and respecting people who are straight ahead, we treat them like they are a nuisance. We treat them like they are a disruption, when really they are a gift, because it really removes the guesswork of subtext. It removes the guesswork of ulterior motives. I am what I am. What you see is what you get. Whatever you hear me saying is what I'm saying. And to me, that is such an easier route. And I've found people in my life over time that really see that is such a dope way to exist. And it's been a blessing. So when you asked me earlier about like people who have protected me and like people who understand me, like it's those people who see that as a gift, not as an attack.
Aquariuses are very, 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 their mindset is, I know everything. Now we're dealing with air, which is intellectual, and stubbornness. So that is where people build the gates, they break the gates. So they have a little bit of a rebellious nature. Are they the friendliest people in the world? Absolutely. But they do not like be put in a box. Their strengths are unique, fun, they're very interesting, they're excited, bright, cheerfully busy, trustworthy. But their weaknesses, stubborn, rebellious, impulsive, and extremely cold and detached. Although they're friendly, they are detached. You don't know what's in their mind. You don't know what they're thinking about. So the bottom line is live and let live. That's their mentality. Live and let live. When I bring joys to others, I win, and I'm the best track when I am on track.
Aquarians are weird. They're really weird. They don't care how weird you are. They don't get uncomfortable when you say something that people are like, Okay, Aquarians are the type of people that will laugh with you. They're the type of people that will make a joke and keep the joke running with you, right? They don't care about this stupid, superficial exterior, which is so weird because Aquarians walk in a way that is so like status driven. You know, people really like Aquarius. They usually have a lot of friends, a lot of admirers. So you would think that they're like this stuck up sign. When you get to know them, you're like, I see why you have so many friends. You're actually really fucking nice. You know, you don't make people feel weird or uncomfortable. And if you do, you're like laughing about it. You're talking shit. Aquarians, you know, Aquarians really do have like that it girl quality in their confidence because they understand that everybody's human and they're really good at being human. So they're like, yeah, like I'm not better than you. Everybody else might think I am, but I don't care. We're all humans here.
I'm an Aquarius. I'm the nicest, rudest, most caring, nonchalant, I don't give a fuck person you'll ever meet. I'm an Aquarius. I have a habit of cutting people off and letting them live with whatever delusional ass story that suits them best. Cause I don't care. I'm an Aquarius, baby. Once you lose access to me, don't expect the same me from the beginning. Expect the version of me that you deserve from the energy you created. I'm an Aquarius, and if I tell you I don't know what I want, I don't trust you. Because I always know what I want. I'm an Aquarius, and fuck sex. Can I lay on your chest and tell you why I don't trust anybody, including you? I'm an Aquarius. Of course I love hard. But I don't give a fuck even harder. I'm an Aquarius. I'm genuine from the start. But how we end is on you. I'm an Aquarius, and I only have 2 moods. Constantly panicking and worrying about every detail, or it is what it is. I'm an Aquarius. I want loads of attention, but also a lot of space. I'm an Aquarius, and as an Aquarius, half of my problems come from my tone of voice. Everyone thinks I'm arguing when all I'm actually trying to do is just talk. I'm an Aquarius, and if you make me clingy, you won. I'm an Aquarius. Apology accepted. Trust denied. We move on. I'm an Aquarius and I want you, but I'm going to shut up and let the universe decide because I'm tired. I'm an Aquarius and my problem is I'm mature and childish. I'm childish. I'm an Aquarius and I'm not going to block you after a breakup. You're going to see me enjoying my life. I'm an Aquarius and I flirt with everybody, but I don't fuck with nobody. I just think I'm verbally a hoe. I'm an Aquarius, and I'm the CEO of disappearing and ignoring people when I'm not in the mood. I'm an Aquarius, and when I talk, I'm rude, and when I don't talk, I got an attitude. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'm an Aquarius, and I overthink, I overlove, I overcare, but once I'm over it, it's over with. I'm an Aquarius, and I feel like an alien sometimes. I'm an Aquarius, and I mind my business, but I do pay attention. I'm an Aquarius, and I don't get jealous. I get uninterested. They can have you. I'm an Aquarius, and 1 minute I'm in love, and the next minute, I don't think this shit gonna work for me.
Guys, I think I might actually give a fuck.
Let's make a video for my fellow Aquariuses, particularly my Aquarius Suns who may have harsh aspects to their sun sign, because with the sun in detriment in Aquarius, there's already natural feelings of discomfort whenever the spotlight is shone on such an individual. And on the flip side of that, people will always reject even being open to the possibility that an Aquarius sun could be at the center of something, could be in the spotlight. So here's 3 tips that are absolutely essential to not feel disheartened by how society or individuals may treat you. The first is to acknowledge when people are suppressing or discouraging your originality and limiting your time around those people when in those spaces. You need to surround yourself with people who appreciate and respect your ideas, who are open to welcoming you into the conversation always, and don't ever make you feel like you're left out. Aquarius Suns often experience this a lot during childhood growing up. So if you're in a situation, an environment, in a social circle that kind of triggers that feeling as an adult, just get the fuck out of there. But I know sometimes that's easier said than done, so if you have to be in certain situations, then just limit the energy you actually put into them. The second is making space for yourself. Make sure you're dedicating specific time for self-reflection and self-care. Aquariuses tend to take on other people's issues a lot, as the water bearer does, and it's usually used as a tactic to kind of suppress or avoid their own emotions or feelings about a situation. But this can actually backfire because overcommitting to other people's problems and being focused on finding a solution for them just drains you emotionally. The third and final one is to be completely open and vocal about what you require from other people in terms of respect and recognition, because don't ever allow anyone to feel like they have any control or power over how you show up in the world. If it doesn't resonate with them, then you're not for them, because you're absolutely not here to be the source of energy for anyone's fucking ego.
Oh, Peter, what's happening? Listen,
Sun in Aquarius, these are your scientists, these are your intellectuals, these are also the people that's going to tell it like it is, but they're not going to be like ruthless with it, how Sag is. They just going to be truthful with it, and if you catch on, you catch on. They might put it in a way that might go over your head, and then you'll realize a day or two later, oh shit, they was kind of getting at me. They was coming for me. Well, it's 2 days later, so what you really gonna say or do about it? You know? They get a rep for being detached, emotionally, aloof. They just beat to their own drum. You know, they look at it like, the way I think, the way I move is gonna help the world. So I don't need none of y'all getting in the way of that. They like to be unique. So sometimes, you know, you're unique and original, you're not doing what everybody else doing, therefore you look like a rebel. So it's not that they being a rebel, it's just like, yo, like, everybody singing that song, like, it make it corny, so I'm not gonna sing that song. It's gonna make me look regular because I'm doing what everybody else doing. That's how they think. So you can't take it personal. Also with emotions, they understand, like, emotions tend to make the windows foggy. It mess things up. So, like, I ain't really trying to deal with that because they're also, they're more of a spiritual warrior, so they will go all the way for whatever they believe in. And if emotions get in the way, it's like, all right, now I got to get rowdy. And they just want to be cool and help people. But they're intellectual, so, like, they're not really going to stand for the dumb stuff. And a lot of humans don't like to think. You know, thinking ain't attractive and sexy. So, you know, they will slice and dice and play mental games with you if they not really evolved all the way. You know what I'm saying? But that's Sun in Aquarius for the short.